axioms of the eventual everyday. The eventual everyday. On the return of words, language transfigured, and the poetic whole. The two returns. Wittgenstein returns words to their home. Emerson returns home to the words that have not yet spoken. Wittgenstein's return cures illusion. Emerson's return transfigures life. The former restores language to the everyday. The later restores the everyday to revelation. Philosophy re-centers the home. It re-enters the home of language. Poetry remakes the home itself. In the philosopher's return, language rests in the poet's. It learns. It burns. Both seek clarity, one by descent into use, the other by ascent into fire. This is Leaving and Returning, a book written by me. Let's proceed. The eventual everyday. The eventual everyday is not the repetition of habit, but the arrival of habit transfigured. It is the ordinary seen from within illumination. It is the world after the poem has passed through it. When words are returned by the poet, they come back carrying light. The eventual everyday is not life as it is, but as it becomes intelligible again through creation. It is not restoration, but rebirth, the ordinary made radiant. The poet's abandonment. The poet's task is not to dwell in usage, but to abandon it. He casts language into new forms to make it speak again. The poet's exile from common use is the price of renewal. Let's read that one again. The poet's exile from common use is the price of renewal. Custom petrifies meaning. Genius melts it back into motion. To invent new usage is to expand circumference of sense. Only the abandoned language can return transfigured. The victory of genius over custom. The genius is one who triumphs over custom by obeying necessity. Everyday meaning is the sleep of the word. Poetry is its awakening. The common becomes pungent when set afire by vision. Emerson's mean type is not left as mean, it becomes revelation through treatment. To speak anew of the shirt, the hedge, the star, is to reveal their metaphysical grammar. The poet's yes is the world's again. The poet's yes is the world's again. The next group of axioms, the metaphysical use of language. Everyday words conceal metaphysical depths. Poetry retrieves them by accident and by fire. The philosopher returns language to fact. The poet returns fact to symbol. Definitions divides. Figuration reunites. The life of language is not communication but creation, the genesis of the sayable. To speak metaphysically is not to leave the world, but to make it possible again. Each act of naming reopens the world's contact with itself. The poet and the fire. Every poet is a child of the great fire, and every word a cooked spark. Language burns itself into being. What remains are the ashes of sense. To speak is to remember the combustion that made us. The poet's syntax is Heraclean, flux pressed into measure. Stars are the grammar of the cosmos, punctuation marks of light. Each poem is a brief conflagration, a return of fire to its element. If there's any lines that I've said, maybe type them in the comment section so I know where my audience is at. The next group, the secret language. Beneath every landscape lies another unseen grammar of appearance. The poet lives between these two landscapes, translating one into the other. The secret landscape behind the landscape is the language before meaning. The secret landscape behind the landscape is the language before meaning. To write is to navigate this invisible terrain with the compass of astonishment. Every poem is a cartography of what cannot be mapped. The eventual everyday is the day that dawns behind all days. The poetics of finding. Where do we find ourselves? Every poem is a response to this question. To find oneself is to be found by the world one names. The poet's here is never locatable. It is always an elsewhere that has entered speech. The secret of the world is not disclosed by discovery, but by diction. To speak is to stand where being passes into appearance. Each utterance is a crossing from unity into variety, from silence into sound. The star's confession. Nothing is quite as secretive as the way the stars take off their bandages. The stars rehearse the music of origin in the dark rehearsal hall of night. The dumb show of light is the universe confessing without words. To look up is to recall one's citizenship in the great fire. The poet listens for the whisper of the alpha and beta ones, the syntax of infinity. Even silence, when attended rightly, burns with articulation. And here is the last group of axioms for this morning. The transfigured word. Words, when returned rightly, regain their divine elasticity. The poet's speech is not definition, but transfiguration. He does not clarify meaning, he enlarges the world that makes meaning possible. The actual life of language is not enough. One must return it to its metaphysical pulse. The everyday, when truly seen, is already miraculous. Thus, to return a word to life is to return life itself to astonishment. Let's leave with this thought. To return a word to life is to return life itself to astonishment. To return a word to life is to return life itself to astonishment. Anyways, that's readings from Leaving and Returning, Axioms of the Eventual Everyday. This is part 14. If you want to check out my art, go on zuccagallery.com. If you live in Phoenix, you can check out my gallery in downtown Phoenix at 1301 Grand. I'll see you later.